If you were to strip away all our modern technology and drop a naked human into the middle of the African savanna, we would appear to be the ultimate evolutionary failure. We lack the razor-sharp claws of a lion, the bone-crushing jaws of a hyena, the speed to outrun a cheetah, and thick armor to protect our vital organs. Physically, we are soft, slow, and fragile, seemingly easy prey. Yet, if a wild lion or a massive wolf catches a glimpse of a human walking through their territory today, their first instinct isn't to attack, it's to flee. Think about how bizarre that is. An apex predator capable of tearing a human apart in seconds will actively choose to avoid us at all costs. We often tell ourselves that animals fear us because we possess guns, cars, and loud machines. However, biologists have discovered that this deep, trembling terror of humans exists even in remote wilderness areas where animals have never encountered a firearm or a vehicle. So, why does a 181-kilogram killing machine flee from a weak, furless primate? The real answer isn't that predators see us merely as a threat. Instead, to the animal kingdom, humans are a walking biological horror story, the nightmare of the savanna itself. To truly understand why animals fear us, we must journey back 2 million years, long before we conceived of concrete cities or advanced weaponry. Our ancestors, like Homo erectus, began hunting on the open plains. But they didn't kill with speed or explosive strength. They utilized a terrifying biological superpower known as persistence hunting. Every other mammal on Earth is built for short, explosive bursts of speed. A cheetah can sprint at 113 kilometers per hour, but after a few hundred meters, its core body temperature skyrockets. It must stop and rest, or its brain will literally cook inside its skull. Humans, however, are built entirely differently. We are relatively hairless, we walk upright on 2 legs, which conserves immense energy, and we possess millions of sweat glands, allowing us to dissipate heat while running. Our ancestors would select a target, perhaps a massive kudu or an antelope, and simply begin walking after it. The animal would easily sprint away and vanish over the horizon. But the humans didn't stop. They simply followed the tracks. An hour later, the animal would look back, gasping for breath, and see the same 2-legged creatures still coming. Day and night, through the blazing midday heat, the humans just kept walking. Imagine the psychological horror from the animal's perspective. No matter how fast you run, the monster never stops walking. This relentless pursuit became a generation of terror. Eventually, the prey's muscles would fill with lactic acid, its body would overheat, and it would collapse from sheer exhaustion. The humans would then simply walk up and finish the job. We became the relentless ghosts of the animal kingdom. But humans didn't just target prey. We also competed directly with apex predators. If a pack of lions made a kill, a group of humans wouldn't run away. They would stand in a synchronized line, bang rocks together, wave torches, and walk straight toward the lions. Lions are calculated hunters. They cannot afford to break a leg or sustain a deep wound, as a broken bone means starvation. When they encountered a species acting with absolute defiance, completely devoid of the fear typical of a normal prey animal, the lions backed down. Over hundreds of thousands of years, this trauma burned itself directly into the DNA of wild predators. A highly unique evolutionary pressure took place. The predators brave enough to attempt to hunt humans were systematically wiped out by human tribes. Only the predators that possessed an instinctual, deeply rooted fear of humans survived to pass on their genes. Today, scientists refer to this as the landscape of fear, the very sound of the ultimate monster. In 2023, behavioral ecologists conducted a groundbreaking study in South Africa's Greater Kruger National Park. They set up hidden cameras and speakers near watering holes to observe how wildlife reacted to various sounds. They played the deep growls of lions, the sound of dogs barking, and the sound of hunting gunshots. Finally, they played recordings of normal human beings speaking in calm, conversational tones. The results completely shocked the researchers. When the animals, ranging from elephants and rhinoceroses to leopards and hyenas, heard the growls of a lion, they remained calm or slowly looked around. But the moment the speaker played the sound of a human simply talking about the weather, 95% of the animals panicked and fled at maximum speed. The calm voice of a human was twice as terrifying to the jungle as the roar of its loudest predator. We don't need to hold a weapon to terrify the planet. Our bare voices carry the acoustic ghost of a 2 million-year-old super predator. We live in a world where we often feel small, disconnected from nature, and fragile. We look at wild animals on television and admire their raw, terrifying power. But to them, we are the monsters in the dark. When a wild animal looks at you, it doesn't see a modern, tech-dependent human. Its ancient DNA sees the absolute peak of evolutionary terror, a creature that can track it across continents, rewrite the landscape, and outlast any other heartbeat on the planet. We built a civilized world to protect ourselves from the wild, completely forgetting that the wild was already desperately trying to hide from us.